Well, hello everyone. My name is Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Each week I bring you a little story that takes about 5 minutes to watch. Some of them are funny, some of them not so funny, some of them give you something to think about. And I remember this story. I actually am old enough to remember this actually happening in history. So this is called Swimming the Channel, and it's a story I have to figure out here now. Just wait a second. It's written by in a book by Brian Kavanagh, and it's in this book called Flowers in the Wind by Robert Coos. So here we go. The story begins on Santa Catalina Island, 21 miles from the coast of California. A 34-year-old long-distance swimmer by the name of Florence Chadwick decided to swim the channel between the island and the coast. Now, Florence was not an amateur. On the contrary, she had already swum the English Channel in both directions. She was now determined to be the first woman in history to swim the Catalina Channel. On July the 4th, 1942, Florence began to swim from Santa Catalina Island to the California coast. Unfortunately for her, however, it was very foggy that day. Hour after hour, Florence kept swimming. She battled cold and fatigue, and many times sharks threatened her safety. She kept on trying to see the shore, but because of the dense fog, she was not able to see it. Finally, after 15 hours and 55 minutes, Florence decided she could no longer continue. Rescue boats took her safely to shore. When she returned to shore, Florence was shocked to learn that she had been only a half a mile from the coast. She told a reporter, "Look, I'm not excusing myself, but if I could have seen the land, I know I could have made it." Florence learned that she had not been defeated by cold or fatigue. Rather, the fog had defeated her, for it had obscured her goal. The fog had blinded her eyes, her reason, and most importantly, her spirit. 2 months later, Florence Chadwick swam the same channel, and again the fog blocked her vision. But this time, however, Florence remembered that no matter how much the fog blocked her vision, somewhere beyond it was the coast. This time, Florence succeeded. Not only was she the first woman to swim the Catalina Channel, she beat the men's record by 2 hours. So what's important for us to learn from this little story is that sometimes we lose the sight of our own ultimate goals and objectives. There's sort of a fog there, we can't really see what we're doing. And sometimes we just have to trust what's on the other side and just keep going with our goals and keep sight of what we want to do. Just on a quick note, I just want to tell you that my mom was the first woman to swim Georgian Bay, and she did it on a dare. All the men were lining up getting their numbers on, and she was young, very athletic person, and she said, "Oh, heaven's sakes, these guys are swimming over there, I could swim that." And they said, "Well, go ahead." And so she did. She swam across Georgian Bay. And I remember telling everyone at her funeral that she had done that. And no one knew. I mean, it wasn't put in the newspapers or anything. But she knew she did it, and her friends knew that she did it. And the people who got to the other side knew that she had accomplished it. So anyway, a great story. So blessings on your day, and thanks so much for taking 5, and I'll see you next week.